So how's it going, my nofap and team retention brothers? Hope everybody's still doing really well on this journey. You guys are still retaining. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that happens to every single guy. If you're doing nofap and team retention the proper way, you will experience something called a flatline. Now, many of you may already know about this certain topic, but I'm going to go really in depth with it and really explain to you guys why it happens and why you should not really get into it and really fall prey to it. So what exactly happens when you guys enter into a flatline when you're on this journey? You have low sexual desire, you really have no drive to really achieve something, you feel fatigued at times, you may feel depressed, overly anxious, you may even get insomnia at times. You just really lack motivation at a certain point. You may even become irritable. So why does this happen? So first, I just want you guys to understand, as I said in the beginning, this is going to happen to every single guy who's on team retention and nofap. Now, the reason this starts to happen is because your brain was extremely hooked on watching pornographic videos, doing PMO all the time, watching porn, masturbating, orgasm, all that was happening just on a regular basis, or either you were just really addicted to having sex all the time. Now that you're actually trying to get rid of that habit, you know yourself that it's not something that's ideal to do every single time. So once you actually stop doing that, now your brain is like, whoa, what the heck is going on? And at this point, all you really have to do is make sure you don't fall prey to what your brain is trying to tell you. Your brain is actually extremely tricky, guys. Okay? Your brain is going to tell you to just go ahead and have sex and ejaculate. Go ahead and watch this video, okay? And you know what? It sometimes actually works, and sometimes it will make guys go into temptation because it just wants that chemical release again of dopamine. Now, you just have to be very careful during this time because yes, you get all those bad effects, but think of it as the same as when you started working out. When you work out, you will eventually become sore and you will not be able to work out that day. If you actually do end up working out, you might end up injuring yourself. So think of it as that. I think of it as you being sore one day, when you're working out and you're not able to really put in all that effort that you want to. Think of the flatline as the same way. Okay, you will experience this. It sucks and it will last a little longer in the beginning. Same thing when you get working out and you become sore. As you know, as you keep working out, keep progressing, your soreness actually goes down. The time that it actually stays, it lasts not as long as it did in the beginning. Same thing with flatlines. Okay, they won't last as long as you keep going in this journey. Not even if you've been doing nofap team retention for a very long time and then you relapse, and then a flatline may come back again, but it will not stay as long as it did the first time you experienced it. Now, most people will experience the flatline around 3 to 4 weeks. The first time a flatline will come into your journey will be around 3 to 4 weeks. So roughly around, let's say, a month. And when this happens, guys, just make sure you take up some other kind of activities. This is the best way to pass that stage, in my opinion. So obviously, take cold showers, because cold showers really do help. Okay, I know the joy that people get out of taking a hot shower. It's relaxing. It's just you taking everything, all the stresses out of your body. I know it feels amazing, but you do not want to get into some kind of comfort zone with almost anything in life, because it requires you to be uncomfortable to actually grow when you're going on in your journey in life in general. So make sure you start taking cold showers. Make sure you guys meditate. Start to mirror gaze, guys. If you guys have not already known, but I've explained this before, mirror gazing is you literally just looking into your eyes when you're looking in the mirror. Because this really helps when you get urges. Because once you get an urge and you start doing mirror gazing, you're really going to say, why the heck was I about to do that? Because you just look into your eyes, it's like looking into your soul. And you're just like, you're not about that life, man. You're about the life where you are going to want to become the best version of yourself. So leave that pornographic video, all that stupid stuff to simps and people who don't want to make their lives better. Obviously, like I said, take up a new hobby. Now, what I started doing was I just started making my workout regimen a little longer, or I started making it a little more intense, which made it longer because my rest periods got a little longer as well. So you can either do that, you can take up cooking, take up reading, take up things like writing in a journal, take up things like making sure your room is clean all the time. There's a lot you can actually do with the time that you have this flatline. Okay, the best thing to do during the flatline is stay as productive as possible. Because when you do not do anything during the flatline and you let this stage just sort of pass by, it's gonna take like, it's forever. It's really gonna feel like, okay, this is taking extremely long, and you're gonna get stressed. Stress leads to all kinds of terrible things happening inside your body. Obviously, you're gonna feel more fatigued too. And when all this happens, it's just extremely overwhelming, and it's extremely taxing when it comes to your entire mental state. You're not gonna feel like you really want to do this thing anymore, and you're gonna end up more than likely relapsing. So guys, just make sure whenever this little flatline thing comes, make sure to handle it. Okay, that's the main thing. It's very difficult for a lot of men out there to handle the flatline the proper way. Most men just want to let it happen, and let it happen as fast as it possibly can. But when you do that, it's ironic because it happens even slower, and that will more than likely lead to a relapse. Now, when you do PMO, guys, you already know that it's literally like doing drugs. You do not ever say, I am going to quit doing a certain drug or stop drinking, and then you go ahead and do any of the PMO things. You know, you either, let's say in the drinking way, you end up just going out on a weekend and say, okay, I'm just going to take a few shots. Let's say you were addicted. Okay, let's put it like that. Okay, let's say you're addicted to the extent where it's ruining your life, and you know that's affecting you in every way, and it's affecting your relationship with people, it's affecting how your life is with your family, it's affecting how productive you are every day. Let's say you're drinking like that. Even if you are a very heavy drinker, you know, to quit it cold turkey, don't do that right in the beginning. Okay, this is why I say everything should take time. Make it slow. Okay, gradually lessen things. See, I know it sounds very weird when I say things like, okay, yeah, it's fine to drink probably once or twice a week if you used to do it 7 days a week, or even watch pornography once or twice a week if you used to do it every single day as well. Because if you go cold turkey, I promise you will fail. Okay, not a lot of men can handle that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, it's not coming to my mind right now, but not a lot of men can handle that. Okay, once you cut it out so fast and dramatically, that change will more than likely really affect your mental state, and your brain is going to be like, there's no way in heck I can go on. I need something. I need that kind of artificial stimulation. Okay, so if you're new to nofap and semen retention, gradually get into it. Okay, and when your flatline does come, it won't be as difficult to deal with it. Because what I did was I went straight into nofap and semen retention. I went cold turkey after watching pornographic videos almost all the time. Obviously, it was extremely difficult. I did get through it, but it was really difficult for me. It affected a lot of things around me. So I don't want anybody to go through that terrible stage. You know, just gradually let it go less and less and less until you end up not watching these videos at all. I promise you, your flatline will last not as long, and it will be much easier for you to deal with it. All right, guys, I think that's all the information I got for you guys today. Yeah, so make sure you guys do not fall prey to the flatline and end up relapsing. Okay, this is a time to actually be productive, as difficult as it may be. Whatever that one other hobby is that makes you forget about pornography, makes you forget about being on semen retention or nofap, do that activity and make sure it's a productive activity. Okay, that's the main thing, because that will take your mind away from all the toxic thoughts. All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below. If you guys have not already, please subscribe to my channel. I would highly appreciate it, man. And if you guys want, you guys can check out articles I have on Patreon. You guys can support me there as well. You guys can check out my Snapchat if you guys want. You guys have questions, comments, suggestions about future videos and whatnot, leave it in the comment section below. Or you guys can feel free to email me. As usual, let's be our own heroes, guys.